There we go.
No, that's stupid. Nah, it's more like a frame. Inside it I'm logical. There is a storm around it. The clouds don't move. It sounds good. I can hear myself introducing the idea as soon as my representation of this inner blackness. He liked that. He's always asking me to describe it. He warbles like an old video though. The medical bits make it through above the rumble of people carriers outside. I can hear him now. He says it's vital that I understand the consequences of agreeing to this new medical trial. Right. My cousin Ian always talks about the consequences of doing nothing. He'll be clearing his pet shop floor, brushing away the porridge of piss, oats and hay. If I was there, he'd put the kettle on, reach up for chocolate digestives, talk about how he'll act to realise his dreams by selling up and opening another shop in Brighton. His face lights with futures. Jan says she doesn't have a future yet. She's stuck being a chemist in Fairfield, a council scheme in North Kirby. The chemist is next door to a post office and Jan detests her job and her husband. He's a boring bastard, a political type, a diplomat. Jan will be thinking of leaving him for me while methadone disappears down the throat of her last customer. Addicts are getting older, she says. Some are in their 50s. Her husband's 50. Abroad, mostly. She'll probably phone me soon. We've arranged to meet after this appointment. Yeah, I'm listening. I understand. I must comprehend the possible impact of the drug's effects. I must be methodical when recording my feelings. He says it's a central part of the research and uses his terminologies to show he regards me as being intellectual. I like it. Curtains are vital too, though I remember orange ones. Sunshine soaked through them. In childhood rooms dyed and still. In this room there's only fawn, a meaningless colour. The carpet's related, a dull tan. And desk, chair, council brown. And this practices as in a colourless village. Well, it used to be a village anyway. Still called Upton Mews, though still far enough from Kirby to feel elite. But they cling to names here. Dead colours magnetise you down though. Doctor must know, so why doesn't he redecorate, move? Not very professional, is it? Dullness seeps into his muscles. Gives you cramps. Bleeds black inside the skull. He knows this. Everything's related. Cause and effect. Fawn to black. And me, knowing this, glued inside myself. See, it's important to think of colour, but the doctor doesn't. So the drug's been developed to have a profound effect. Yes, I'm listening, doctor. He always doubts me. Of course, lithium is superior to placebo. It was successful in crossover trials. So the result of this development is a new mood stabiliser. Hold on. Mood stabilisers aren't new. And you meant to offer combinations anyway, like olanzapine and valproate, or an antipsychotic. Check your prescribing guidelines, doctor, come on. Yes, doctor, a new mood stabiliser does not constitute a development. Okay, I'm absolutely right, mood stabilisers are not new. However, this drug may effectively kill off the depressive episodes. So he's a murderer then? Well, they all are. Why kill it though? Can't we play with it first? I say too much. I've condemned it now. If I complain, he'll know I'm its accomplice. Killed a hamster last month. Been out jogging around Kirby city centre, bouncing off cobbles and pedestrian areas. Jan's idea. Exercise helps you sleep, calm you down. But when I ran, I lost myself. 3 rushes of happiness after bounding past the body shop, and I forgot who I was, where I lived, where I was. Didn't pay attention to the path. Sprinted past a vet. Collided with a kid holding a cage outside the entrance. hamster was crushed. I fell onto the cage. It folded under me. I apologised. Took out the bloody hamster. The kid bawled. His mum appeared. She screamed. I explained that exercise could have a calming effect. She slapped me. I ran away and remembered my name was Paul Belardo. Yes, I understand. The drug's a new derivative of lithium. Its potency has been honed to rid me of depressive episodes. The wonder drug. So easy with successful in comparative trials. Yes, I remember. My first handout, the doctor's a teacher, see? And he's sensing a victory for medicine. You could tell. His face looks less pathetic. But why listen to this? This isn't you. You know that. I should tell him to... No, stop. No, really. Come on, behave. Great, where do I sign then? But wait. Things to ask though, like, how long will it take? What are the side effects? Ah, doctor, what is the duration of the treatment before the drug engenders a change, and are there significant psychological and physical ramifications? He's already told me. Really? But he'll repeat it to make sure I understand. I can hear his voice click onto the rewind now. He's saying the drug may trigger mild psychosis after weeks of treatment without emphasis. But that's dangerous, isn't it? Doctor, this sounds precarious. Of course. He'll prescribe other medications to counteract such a drastic reaction. In tests in America, only 12% suffered such symptoms. Okay, not an attractive statistic. He should work on his approach. Bleep out the variables. Numbers are hard. Stories are better. Tell me a story, doctor. Come on. Wait, shut up. I haven't had a depressive dip for months. Do I need this? Doctor, I'm aware that I haven't suffered from any significant episodes of depression for some time. Is this treatment necessary? Severe depressions will recur. I know they will. One's waiting. Like a weather front in the North Atlantic. But I can't be bothered talking about it. Anyway, it sounds so straight when he says it like that. Severe depressions. I prefer other words. When I told my cousin Ian about their diagnosis, he laughed and said, is that what they're calling it now? His pet shop's down at Kirby Docks, south of the city centre, between a hairdresser's and a bookmaker's. It looks out onto the new Compton Road Bridge, which has plenty of sky above it. But that day was low and grey and the bridge led to nothing. He was smiling when he said it. From a collection that means different things, this one meant superiority. You could tell by the way it rose at the left, the eye above sharpened beneath his thick grey hair. And I like Ian's tan. It's his palette against the British monotone. I called it a marker of his drive against complacency. But he laughed, then said, you're naturally melancholic. That's what you are, Paul. You always have been. Simple as that. Don't give up on yourself. I prefer melancholy to disorder. Disorder makes me feel guilty. I don't know why. I feel guilty about existing. Yes, doctor, I understand the undertaking involved. You'll prescribe. I'll record my feelings. After that, the treatment will be reviewed. Okay? These are the pills. I take them for 3 months. Got it. I come back and see you next week. Got it. Yes, of course I've comprehended this fully. Let me sign. Let me leave. Thank fuck. Now, where did I say I'd meet Jan?